We begin in the United States, where President-elect Donald Trump has reportedly invited Chinese President Xi Jinping to attend his inauguration in January. A CBS News report quoting multiple sources says the invitation was extended to Xi shortly after Donald Trump won the presidential election in November. Now it's unclear whether Beijing has accepted the invitation, as the Chinese embassy in Washington has yet to make any comments. The CBS report also says inauguration officials are planning to host additional foreign heads of state.
World leaders are lining up to meet with President Trump because they know he will soon return to power and restore peace through American strength around the globe.
There's also a possibility of Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban attending Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20th as well. Hungary's far-right leader shares a close relationship with the president-elect and even visited Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago estate just this week. Meanwhile, reports say China appears to be unlikely to accept the invitation due to historical precedents and diplomatic protocols. Until now, no Chinese head of state has ever attended the inauguration of any American president. And since taking power, Xi Jinping has always sent a special representative to attend such ceremonies. Moreover, it typically takes months of preparations before a Chinese president visits the United States. Washington doesn't have a history of hosting heads of state for the presidential inauguration. Instead, the invitation is usually extended to foreign dignitaries and diplomats. Now, the report of Donald Trump's invitation to Xi comes days after he called on China to help broker a truce between Russia and Ukraine.
Close to 600,000 Russian soldiers lay wounded or dead in a war that should never have started and could go on forever. Zelensky and Ukraine would like to make a deal and stop the madness. They have ridiculously lost 400,000 soldiers and many more civilians. There should be an immediate ceasefire and negotiations should begin. Too many lives are being so needlessly wasted, too many families destroyed, and if it keeps going, it can turn into something much bigger and far worse. I know Vladimir well. This is his time to act. China can help. The world is waiting.
However, before this latest olive branch, the president-elect repeatedly warned China of hefty tariffs, a threat Beijing fears could ignite a brutal trade war.
And we'll also pass the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, meaning if China or any other country is charging us 100 or 200% tariff or tax, then we will charge them 100 or 200% tariff or tax in return. In other words, it's an eye for an eye. And when that happens, everything will just go away. And I will never apologize for defending America. I will protect our workers. I will protect our jobs. I will protect our borders. I will protect our families.
Now, Donald Trump and Xi Jinping last met back in 2019 on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Japan. Now it's unclear if Xi Jinping will in fact make an exception for President-elect Donald Trump's return, who is already being treated as an incumbent by world leaders.